Good morning, friends. Chirasi proudly presents the recent changes in mandate, either or survivor, presented by Rajendran Sivaramapillai. Recently, one of my friends asked me the implications of the recent changes in the mandate, either or survivor, in bank accounts. These recent changes in the mandate, either or survivor. As we all know, in the case of joint deposit, we have four types of mandates. One is joint account payable on maturity to two or three depositors, all the depositors, or if there are two depositors, either or survivor. If more than two, anyone or survivor, or even farmer or survivor. Recently, in one of the cases, a villager had two sons. The sons were living in nearby cities. As usual, after the demise of mother, the father refused to leave the village and he was living in the village all alone. Though the children were well off, the elder son didn't care about the father, but the younger son deposited his money, about rupees 10 lakhs, in a special fixed deposit, and the monthly interest accrued in the deposit he arranged for payable to his savings bank account, and this period was for 5 years. At the end of the second year, the father passed away and he approached the bank for payment of the either or survivor before maturity. The eldest son somehow came to know there was a joint deposit in the name of the father for rupees 10 lakhs and his younger brother. Since it was in the name of the father also, he made a claim to the bank that he has got a share in that deposit, as this deposit was in the name of his father. The youngest son claimed it is his money he has deposited for the sake of father, and his elder brother has no share in it. The case went to the court. In the court, the elder brother argued, in the case of deposits, there is an underlying principle that if there is any change in any of the parameters like duration, interest rate, or the type of deposit, or anything, taking a loan out of it, or even to transfer the deposit to some other branch, it needs the consent of all depositors. Since father has already died, this consent is not available now, and I am one of the legal heirs along with my younger brother, so the court gave the verdict that it is true that the deposit is either or survivor, and any variation in contract needs the consent of all. Even though there is no objection to pay the deposit after the maturity of the deposit, but before maturity, it needs specific consent from all the depositors, two or three or whatever may be. Based on these verdicts, Reserve Bank looked into these issues and said, if premature closure is agreed at the time of opening the deposits by all the depositors, then premature closure can be accepted with the consent of the surviving deposit. So what is to be done now? In the case of new deposits, banks were advised to incorporate this clause of premature closure in the case of death in the case of death of one of the depositors or any of the depositors at the time of opening the deposit itself in the application, or in the case of existing deposits, if all the deposit holders are alive, they can visit the branch and give an additional undertaking letter authorizing the bank to pay the maturity to the survivor in case of demise of any one of the depositors. So, all those people who want to open an account with mandate, either are survivor or anyone or survivor or farmer or survivor, please visit the branch and ensure that the deposit already opened has a clause that in the case of premature closure, the deposit can be paid to the survivor or at his instructions. If not there, and in the case of new deposits, ensure that an additional authorization is given to the bank as per their permits, so that this clause should not give any problem to the survivor, because that is the original intention of the deposit. In our next issue of banking series, we will discuss about the rights of nominee versus legal heirs. Thank you.